welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Today I'm going to be playing some Zaccaria Pinball. My format is on the Switch, but it's available on Steam and other devices as well. One thing I'll say with Steam is more tables are available and more options. There's actually an option on the Steam version that allows you to play multiplayer. So 2 players at once can join in, 1 player will go, and then the next player will get to go, just like you were playing in real life, which is a really cool option, and I wish that option was on the Switch, but it isn't. So within this game, there are several different categories here. SS, solid state, from 78 to 87. Electromechanical, from 74 to 77. Remakes of the tables, and it has the years for the remakes in the lower left hand corner on each little thumbnail here. Deluxe versions, I don't have any of these right now, but these are, it'll have a more new look and feel, like a colorized display for scoring, and some of the newer elements that you would see on some modern tables now. Retro, these are from the 50s and 60s. These are really challenging. Awards, you can see above it'll say so many before the achievements are locked. So as you play, you gain achievement points, and through that you can unlock some of these tables, which is cool. Extra, there's a story mode, campaign, zombie invasion. Story mode is really cool. You just play through different challenges on the table. So an example, like to hit like 4 ramps on a table, and if you do that in a certain amount of time, you move to the next and you progress through the story. So that's really interesting. I'll go ahead and just start. Let's see, let's do spooky. That's fun. And I will say, a buddy of mine, Steve, over at Retro Gaming Vault NL on Twitch, he's big into pinball, and he's also big into chasing scores on levelupscore.com. He recently got a couple of Zaccaria tables himself and is going to be playing, so it made me think it'd be cool to showcase some of these tables to everybody. I'll post a link to his Twitch channel. He also has a channel on YouTube. I recommend checking him out. Cool guy. He does retro gaming. He just got done playing, or he might still be playing, Breath of Fire 2. He's been playing on the Amiga, some pinball games on that, and Toki, which is like a platforming game on the Amiga as well. And he does a lot of deathless runs on retro games, so like Super Nintendo, Sega, all kinds of systems. So yeah, recommend hitting up Retro Gaming Vault for sure. I'd be interested to see what tables Steve's playing and which ones he enjoys. I'm not chasing scores right now, I'm just playing and having fun with these. But with that, let's go into spooky. And with Zaccaria tables, they have, when they have a sale, they have a really good sale. So I would just keep an eye out for that. Also, there's so many options in this game. There's options here to do, I mean, so many things. You could have a whole separate video on it, and I'm sure someone out there has that. And then when you go to play the game, there's options here as well where you can change up the room you're in, the ball type. The weather's probably one of the easiest dramatic effect changes you can do. So this is like daytime with cloudy, full sun, nighttime, and you can kind of see how it affects the table. This has like a little lightning lights that'll show over the table. It's really cool. It's just the look and feel of these tables is so cool. The sounds are great. It's like you can actually hear the ball rolling and stuff like that. It's really, really cool. I need some more coffee because obviously I'm not ready to play. The remake of Spooky is also really cool. It's one of my favorites. Oh, and one thing to note is you get 3 balls on these tables, but the 4th ball you can see in the top right is there's a timer on it. So once it hits 0, you can't use your flippers anymore. And I was not used to that, so I thought in the beginning like, oh man, my table has just stopped working. What's going on? So if that happens to you, just note on that 4th ball, there's a timer, and you build up time based on how well you do on the table. But on that 4th ball, when time runs out, your flippers will disengage as soon as it hits 0. But it is kind of a cool thing. Get a little bit of extra score there. I'll just pick another table here. So any of the tables that don't have free play above them are ones that I have. One thing that's really cool is you can actually do free play on the table, and it's usually limited by score. And then once you hit a score, then that's your demo's over. But you don't have to download the table and all that kind of stuff. It's just like a quick way to see if you like the game and want to purchase it. Let's check this one out. The lighting effects and everything are so cool, and you can dim them. You can do all kinds of things if it's too bright. Need a nudge. There's a lot of bounce off the flippers too. Alright, and I'm just kind of going over some tables just so you can see a couple on each one. Let's do an EM table. This one I must have in night mode. But it's so cool. It looks amazing. So I bounce back and forth between Pinball FX3 and this. Oh, that was a nice spinner shot. Cool, there's an example that definitely not playing my best today. Remake. Let's see what I can do. Try to pick some different ones. Allergies are kicking in. You can see the remake has a little bit more of a new like view to it. More ramps, more loops, newer looking flippers. Kickback.
We have unfinished business. Look out!
See, the newer tables, ball save, kickback, those are luxuries now.
Multi-ball is it? Oh no!
I did the wrong thing.
Beware! Oh no!
I'm just doing horrible today. That's cool. Alright, deluxe. Well, we can play one of the deluxe and you can see how the free play works. This kind of just showcases a little bit of each one. Make it where we can see it a little bit better. You can see the display. It's got that newer look and feel. This is a cool table. Yeah, I gotta get this one in. This is sweet. See, on this one it says free play score limit. Don't know what the score limit is, but it's usually pretty generous and lets you play and get a good feel for it. You can also have the game in portrait mode on the Switch. So how I normally play is I'll hook up my Switch to a computer monitor, put it in portrait mode and flip it so I can see the whole table and the table's not bouncing up and down. But with my recording setup, I can't currently hook up my second monitor to it. For the machine I have, it's just too much and it doesn't come across smooth in my gameplay. Cool, so that was one of those tables. And retro. Let's see. These tables are brutal. All the little sounds though are so great, but look, the flippers are so small. There's so many places to train. You're not going to make millions of points on these tables. Well, I'm about 15 minutes into the recording, so I just wanted to do a little showcase of the game, some of the tables that are available, to see if it's something you're interested in. The game itself is free to download, I know, for the Switch. I'm assuming it's free for Steam and then you pay for the tables. That seems to be the typical model for the pinball games that are out there. And again, go ahead and check out Retro Gaming Vault. I'll have the description below. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. And I'll probably also start showcasing like single games at some point and focus in on those, and maybe look at getting some high scores for some of the tables that are here as well. So have a good one, everyone. Take it easy.